So one of the fastest ways you can make R&B beats is just by creating one melody and then just working around that melody by layering and layering sounds on top of it. So let's first start off by making one melody. And honestly, instead of playing chords in the beginning, it's better if we just make a melody from the very beginning, if that makes sense. Let me explain. So I'm going to start off by creating this melody right here. I'm going to be using this sound inside Pigments called Annabelle. And this sound sounds like this. Okay, so right off the back, we have our first melody already, and we're just going to stick with this. We're not going to make any more counter melodies, no more melodies. You're done. So in order to make something super fast, maybe you just want to create something, it's better just to knock out everything all at once. And it probably sounds dumb, but honestly, just bear with me. It works. So now that we have this, you don't have to think about anything afterwards. Now all you're going to do is layer sounds on top of these notes you already played. Now first, let's go ahead and manipulate this, reduce some of this low end and some of this high end frequencies, a little bit of the mid section, and voila. And let's go ahead and mess with the effects to make it sound a little bit more to my liking. That sounds a lot better. Now, like I said before, you don't have to worry about playing another melody or counter melody or anything like that. This one sounds good in order to make something simple and fast. So I'm going to go ahead and just play the simple chords with this new sound right here. And it's called About Time inside Sky Keys. As you can see, I played just the chords. I'm not going to make another melody. I'm not going to make anything. I'm just going to play simple chords, and I'm going to do the exact same thing with a third sound, but there's a little trick on why I'm playing all of them instead of just copying and pasting. So let's go ahead first and reduce some of this low end also and just EQ a little bit. Obviously, we're not mixing at the moment, but we're just tweaking it here and there so it can sound a little better. Let's go ahead and add some reverb here. Psyches actually has some nice reverb, nice effects already inside the plugin. Okay, we're moving kind of fast here, but now for the third sound, I'm going to use Mystic Plug strings, and I'm just going to play the exact same thing. I'm not going to change anything. I'm not trying to figure out any more chord progressions or anything. It's just the exact same thing I was playing from the beginning, just the basic 3 chords. Now, the reason I'm not going to copy and paste, because every single sound, believe it or not, it sounds different once you play it or click it in, as some of you do. But I recommend to play it. If you have a MIDI keyboard, I really recommend to play it instead of clicking stuff in, because you get a better feel for it, and the sound sounds way more authentic and it doesn't have like that robotic feel to it. And at the same time, you change your velocities as you go. You don't have to adjust them. So let's go ahead and play this Mystic Plug sound. It sounds like this. As you can see, the sound is still different, but it's the exact same chords. I could have literally copied and pasted, but it's always going to sound a little bit different with each sound if you play it on your keyboard. Go ahead and just mess with some of the effects here inside Analog Lab. And we're good. Now here I go about to add my fourth sound, and like I said, I'm not overthinking anything at all. I'm literally playing the same exact thing over and over again with just different sounds. It may sound dumb, but when you rearrange the whole beat at the very end, artists really appreciate you keeping it simple, and then with the same chord progressions, you're not adding a bunch of counter melodies, different arrangements, and none of that stuff. So let's go ahead and add this sound right here called H strings inside Analog Lab 5, and it sounds like this. And this sounds very different from the rest. But again, like I said, same exact chord progression. Nothing has changed. I could copy and paste, but it's just not going to have the same feel. And let's go ahead and reduce some of this high end, low end. So make sure you're playing most of your sounds, even if you're adding different ones. Copy and pasting is cool. I'm not saying you can't get away with it. You can, but it's always going to have a different texture and sound and feel once you play it on your MIDI keyboard. All right, let's go ahead now and just add some drums. Go ahead for the rim shot. I am going to add like a nice little snap in between the rim shot though, just every 4 bars, one time. All right, now I'm gonna add these hi-hats. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to give it a little bit of bounce right here. Adjust the velocity a little bit. I always like to adjust the velocity to give it more bounce, more swing. I'm just gonna go ahead and duplicate this, copy and paste the hi-hats over. Now let's go ahead and add these kicks. And I am using the R&B Madness kit. And if you bought this already and you like this kit, go ahead and like this video right now. Or just like the video just because you're enjoying it. These kicks are hitting right now. I'm gonna go ahead and add this open hat. Nice ding. Add this percussion instrument. And of course, I am going to use Somatic's Quake plugin for the bass. I've really been enjoying this plugin. If you watched the previous videos that I've been doing, love the plugin. And I'm just going to go ahead and play the bass on the MIDI keyboard because it's just going to give it a better feel, like I said earlier. Nice. I'm just going to go ahead and play maybe a different arrangement on the next 4-bar loop. EQ the bass a little bit, raise up some of these low mid frequencies just so the bass can stick out a little bit. This bass is hitting nice right now. Okay, awesome. So let's rearrange this and you'll see the final result and what I'm kind of talking about, where you leave space and where the difference is. And this beat honestly was super easy to make because all I did was just add the same things over and over, just looked for different sounds. So let's hear the final result in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Like I said before, if you really have some beat block and you're like, I really don't know what to do, just create one melody and then go ahead and layer different sounds on top of it and then EQ it to your liking, remove some sounds in between the beat and arranging the beat, and then you'll be done, in my opinion. Sometimes that's just how those honestly are the best beats that artists want. Sometimes the simple ones, the ones that don't have anything over complicated, or don't overcomplicate things most of the time anyways. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you're at the deep end, comment down below deep end of the video. Till next time guys, stay blessed and stay positive. Peace.